Hey guys, this is Coach KP back again, and I know in that other video we left off at where I said we're going to talk about epic forgiveness. All right, so in the personal development world, especially when we're looking to be more accepting of ourselves, we really need to pay attention to forgiveness, because that is a key piece to unlocking some of the roadblocks and the hang-ups that we have that shows up again and again, especially around the stories that we have told ourselves, and how we have kind of potentially maybe seeing ourselves as a victim one way or the other. So forgiveness is a way to release that mindset where we are seeing ourselves as someone that was done wrong. Okay? Also, epic forgiveness as we go along will help us forgive ourselves going forward when we make a perceived mistake, or if we are not able to, in a sense of a relationship, if we're not able to quote unquote please our partner, or be there for them in a way that we have wanted to be there for them. Okay, so there is a number of things epic forgiveness helps us accomplish. Also, epic forgiveness is also about forgiving other people. Okay, and it's not so much about going to someone and said, I forgive you for all of the wrongs that you did to me, or or any of that. You don't need to call someone, or you can also give forgiveness to people that are not around anymore. So the physical presence, apology, I'm not talking about that. Sure, a part of epic forgiveness is being able to say I'm sorry and really mean it, right? Without necessarily offering explanations or beating yourself up for feeling, for doing that. And again, perpetuating this cycle of, being sorry, but at the same time beating yourself up. It's not epic forgiveness. We are not beating ourselves up when we are forgiving ourselves, and when we are asking for forgiveness, and when we are forgiving others. Okay? There is no judgment happening when we are forgiving this other person. It's like something that led up to this point in our lives that has kind of given us this identity. At this point, we are severing all of that with forgiveness, right? Whatever we have faced in our lives, whatever difficulties we may have faced in our lives, how much trauma did we give to ourselves by judging ourselves, right? All of that, we are forgiving all of that. We're forgiving all of the wrongdoings that has happened to us. And how we are doing that is, there's so many ways to forgive others and to forgive ourselves. And it all starts with intention. I'm not going to go too much into the tactics of how to forgive others, because everybody will eventually have their own way of being in that state of epic forgiveness. What I will say is that all the constituencies of epic forgiveness, which is subjective because of the way we operate, because of the way we are in this world, is going to be different. But all the constituents of epic forgiveness is going to consist of intention. So having the intention to say that, you know what? Yes, I caused myself a lot of this hurt. I caused other people a lot of this hurt. Other people caused hurt to me. And I felt, I had to go through so much of an experience that wasn't very pleasurable for me to go through in my life. But you know what? I am committed to forgiving you, or forgiving myself, or forgiving the situation. Okay? That's what the intention looks like. When we set the intention to forgive, this is all we are doing, is making an active act of setting our mind to the fact that we will forgive. And it's, again, that's when the process starts. Sometimes it won't be possible to forgive something in the first shot. When we're iterating around that process of forgiving something or someone, it may not happen the first time, and that's okay. That's okay. There is no need to beat yourself up for whatever's happening or not happening. Okay? One of the bigger things I want to talk about as we talk about epic forgiveness is beating yourself up. We need to stop beating ourselves up as men about all of the things that we have not been able to do. And that right there is the biggest act of forgiving ourselves that we can start upon. Anytime there's a thought process that starts to arise that says, you didn't do this right, or you're not good enough, or all of what that may be, right? All of the negative spiral, all the negative thoughts that take us down the negative spiral, whatever that may be, and it's going to look different to all of these people that are watching this video. That's the reason I don't want to be very prescriptive about what epic forgiveness should look like to you. So I'm giving you an intention, okay? I'm giving you a tool that is your intention. Set an intention to forgive yourself and forgive others for perceived or actual wrongdoings. And again, it's a journey. Self-acceptance is a journey. Epic forgiveness is a journey. So if something's not happening overnight, we don't have to build Rome by tomorrow. Let's not try to build Rome by tomorrow and end up beating ourselves up for it. Any kind of work we're doing, this whole entire module that you're going through, if you're not able to grasp that, don't beat yourself up for it. Don't judge me for it, because I am doing this for you. Okay, I'm in a good space right now, and I don't need to be making this video, but I'm making this video so that you can benefit from some of the insights, some of the hardships that I went through in my life in order to come to this space, because we don't need to go through hardships in order to forgive ourselves and come to an understanding that forgiveness is necessary, self-acceptance is necessary. We don't need to go through hardships in order to overcome what somebody else might have already overcome. And this is very important for us to understand, because as we are looking to grow, as we are looking to embark on this journey of self-acceptance, it's very important for us to be open and vulnerable to people that are around us. It's very imperative for us to go into a relationship and have these deep relationships with other men, with other women, with the world, and be able to express ourselves without beating ourselves up for it, and without having to make, and learning without having to make mistakes is a big part of this journey, okay? So the reason I'm saying all of these things is because I really cannot, I could try to dissect each one of these things and make a separate module for it, but I am so pumped right now talking about this, because it all gels together. Epic forgiveness, self-acceptance, talking about not beating yourself up. These are all one and the same. It's almost like holographic. If you look at if you embark on this journey of epic forgiveness, you will find self-acceptance. And you embark on this journey of self-acceptance, you will find a way to not beat yourself up. You embark on this journey of not beating yourself up, you're going to find epic self-acceptance. So all of this, guys, even though this course is about self-acceptance, I could title this as epic forgiveness and the content be the same. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from in terms of talking about epic forgiveness and how it ties into not beating yourself up. all of this life, everything, social media, all the magazines that we are reading, all of these self-help books, so many self-help books that are written in terse ways that really tells you to compare yourself with other people's success, right? I mean, like, come on, are you? When I die and I go to, you know, wherever the soul goes to after death, if you believe in that kind of stuff, because I do believe in that stuff. When I die and go to that place, my higher power is not gonna ask me why I did not become Jeff Bezos. Okay, I want to get this clear. When I die and when I go to my higher power, my belief is that my higher power is not gonna ask me why I did not become Jeff Bezos. My higher power will damn sure ask me why I did not become Kshitij Prasad when I die and go there. Okay? And that's what drives me to be myself 100%. That's what drives me into this self-acceptance journey, and that's why I'm asking all of my brothers that are watching this video to be kind to yourself, because you are not going to get this message out there when you're fighting for whatever you stand for. Okay, there's going to be so many messages that are going to tell you you're not good enough, and I want you to understand that. Okay, and again, you know, some of you guys watching this video may be thinking, okay, he's got the Jeff Bezos haircut, right? But I guarantee when I die and pass away, that is not what I'm going to get judged on, is why I did not become Jeff Bezos. Okay, guys, self-acceptance is all about accepting all of the sides to us. We cannot embark on a self-acceptance journey not accepting our anger, not accepting our lust, not accepting our whatever that we think is not acceptable. There's no way we can be in a state of self-acceptance and epic forgiveness around who we think we should be and what we are, right? When we are judging ourselves based on what we should be, who we should be, that's not epic forgiveness. That's not unconditional love. That's gonna keep us tied into this cycle of being less than, because we are now not able to own who we are unless and until something else external happens to us, right? So I'm very passionate today talking about this. When I turned the camera on, I did not know where this was going to go, because, you know, I'm kind of I like to you can say this, you can say that I like to channel these things, even though these are probably things that are already in my mind, and I never know which way the dialogue's going to go, the monologue's going to go when the camera turns on. But I am here for a reason. You are here for a reason watching this video. And we are talking about epic forgiveness. And I want you to understand that until and unless we start to not beat ourselves up, or until and unless we stop beating ourselves up. And really, when those moments come, being able to put our hands in our heart and take a deep breath. And we say to ourselves that it's okay, that we are here to experience exactly what we are experiencing right now. It'll be very difficult for us to change and for us to become the best version of ourselves. One last thing I'll say is, it's very easy to see the negative in ourselves, in other people, in our relationships, in the world. It takes a lot of intention. It takes a lot of masculine energy to hone that in and to say to yourself that I am going to commit myself to see the positive in myself. And that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part to do. So I challenge you from today to go on a 21-day journey where in those 21 days, you are not going to say or speak negatively about yourself. Okay? Go on a 21-day journey of complete epic forgiveness. Whatever's coming up, if you start to beat yourself up for whatever, forgive yourself. And I want you to journal every single day of this 21-day epic forgiveness journey. And I want you to write down how forgiving yourself unconditionally made you feel every day, and how you are now going to see in these 21 days your life shift. If you've never done this before, I guarantee you that you will experience a shift like never before. So do me a favor, guys. Do me a favor. Please, pen, pad, write it down. 21 days, go on this journey, because this is going to be life-changing for you. And all you're doing, if you're wondering what am I going to do here, is you find a time of the day, try to find the same time every day when you're doing this. Sit down for 5 to 10 minutes. Don't take a whole half an hour. There's no need for that. Find 5 to 10 minutes where you sit down with your pen and paper. And this is outside of all of what you may be doing as your daily ritual and your practices, right? You find yourself some time, and you write down in a piece of paper how you were beating yourself up, how many thoughts of negativity that came into your mind that entire day, and you write down how you forgive yourself for that, or in the moment how you forgave yourself for whatever thought that came into your mind. Do that for 5 to 10 minutes and see in 21 days where that takes you. It's very important for you to do this. And again, not every day is going to be the same. Someday you're going to be very happy to write on this on your journal. Some days not so much, and that's okay. Okay, if you miss one day, just come back the next day and do it. But do it for 21 days, because I want you to experience. If you've never forgiven yourself, and even if you have, there's always room as a part of taking this course for you to work on that a little bit more. I cannot emphasize enough the value of us as men working on ourselves, because the biggest recipient of us working on ourselves is going to be the world. The impact we're going to have in this world when we are able to accept ourselves unconditionally, forgive ourselves unconditionally, stop beating ourselves up for everything that happens to us or to our loved ones, we start to bring our light to the world. We start to live our purpose when we start to do that. Okay? So the biggest recipient as a man and as a human being that one can think of this is your relationships, the world, and by doing that, you are already going to be in such a different level that whether there is any direct benefit you get out of it or not, even though you will, it's not going to matter, because you're going to be in a position where other people would want to be around you guys. They will want to contribute to your life when you're able to be in a situation where you can forgive people for their wrongdoings. You can forgive yourself for your perceived wrongdoings. Okay? So it's, again, it's very important for us to forgive ourselves. And by forgiving ourselves, we are bringing our light out to this planet, out onto this universe, and I would really want you to experience that. Okay? So this is Coach KP. It's been a pleasure. I hope you guys feel free to reach out to me, and we can talk more around what's going on in your life. And yeah, that's all. That's all I'm going to share today. Okay? Coach KP, peace.